All right, so guys, we've talked about like how to compute your pay, whether it's yearly, monthly, biweekly, semi-monthly, whatever. We've talked about how to calculate different insurance, your Medicare, um, what else besides Medicare, your Social Security, right? We've talked not really anything about federal and state yet. We'll get more into that when we do our taxes chapter. But we're going to look at like right now for today, like here's your paycheck, here's how much you make, and then can you calculate how much you actually bring home. So how many of you again have jobs? Oh, good. 2 people that just joined actually work. Because the rest of this class, like half of them don't work. Did you ever look and see how much your gross pay is versus how much you actually bring home in your check? Right? It's just what makes you want to cry. I know they send me my pay stub, I get an email and I look at that and I'm like, ugh, if I actually brought home what I made, things would be so much nicer. But we're going to look and kind of see, so you guys can get an idea roughly of what percentages are for how much they're actually taking out of your checks. Hunter and Hunter, somebody going to go pick that up? I'm not sure what happened there. All right, so first, just a little bit of vocab for you guys, some key features of your paycheck. Deductions, that's all the money that they're taking out, okay? So that's your Medicare, Social Security, federal income tax, state income tax, local taxes, health insurance premiums, life insurance premium, retirement, 401k, HSA, union dues, etc. Holy crap, do you ever wonder like how you even have money left to bring home after all that stuff? It's ridiculous how much they take out. Anyway, employers' contributions to Medicare, Social Security, health insurance, retirement, life insurance, etc. All of that is also on there. So usually, money comes out of your check that you've made, but then also it'll show on there how much your employer has contributed as well year to date, right? Because you don't pay all of your health insurance, right? A lot of the examples we looked at, people paid maybe 10%, 20% of their insurance, and the employer picked up the rest. Gross pay, so how much you actually made just on your hourly, whatever, times how many hours you worked. Net pay, how much you actually bring home, which is sad. Then your year-to-date totals are also on there, and your balance of PTO. What's PTO stand for? Paid time off, your sick time, vacation time, anything like that. So on your paycheck, usually all of that info is listed on there. Okay? And I don't know if any of you guys probably don't have vacation time yet, since you guys are part-time workers. Okay. So let's kind of take a look then at calculating some net pay. So we're going on the assumption in this example that your gross pay is $2,100. All right, so make sure you get your calculator out in front of you. If not, again, grab one from the back. So if my net pay, gross pay, sorry. My gross pay is $2,100, and Medicare, it says, is 1.25% in this example. So how much is actually deducted from my check then if my gross is $2,100? So can we multiply that? How much comes out for Medicare? 26.25. Good. 26.25. Right? We're just multiply 2,100 times 0.0125. Remember, switching percentages to decimals, you're just dividing by 100. Moves that decimal 2 spot. Social Security, they take out 6.2%. How much is coming out there? Got $130.20. So again, there's that 2,100 times 0.062. That's how we're figuring that out. Federal income tax, 10%. How much comes out there? $210. Anybody else crying a little bit looking at these numbers? So times 0.10. State income, 5.5%. I know, 115.50. 2,100 times 0.055. It's disturbing. You're like, yeah, $2,100 bucks. I can live with that. And then you're like, holy crap. Can I have some left over, please? Yeah, Amanda? What does your federal taxes, what do that pay for? Let me know. What do you think? And your police force and your firefighters and yeah, that's where all that money goes. It takes a lot to run a country. And this country is very much in debt, so be happier they're not raising that. All right, health insurance. It says fixed amount 155. So 155. All right, fixed amount for dental insurance. Got to have that, right? Got to fix your teeth. Another 25 there. All right, and is your health insurance, is that typically a fixed on every paycheck? Yes or no? If I make a lot more that month, do they charge me more for my insurance? No, they don't. That's fixed, okay? That's something you've set up with your employer. You have a contract usually with them for so long on what that's going to be. So, what's my total deductions? Oh, that hurts. $661.95. Right? There goes that loaf of bread I was going to buy. Yeah. Even if I don't go to the doctor for the whole year, I still have to pay my health insurance every month. It's called insurance, so it's there if you need it, but if you don't need it, yep. All right, so again, kind of the next part here. What was my gross pay? 2,100. My deductions were 661.95. So what then is my net pay? Sadness. Oh. Welcome to real life, you guys. Now, if you look back at all the things that we calculated as deductions, is there stuff that wasn't listed on there? Guys, if you look at what deductions we had, I mean, we had a lot of deductions. But let's say you're working a job where you're in a union. I pay union dues every paycheck, right? Because I'm in the teachers union. So I have to pay for that every month. If you're putting money in your 401k for retirement, there's more money that's coming out. Do you have life insurance? There's more money that's coming out every month. Yeah. Yep. That is every paycheck. Yeah. Depends if you want to keep it and transfer it to your name. But then, yeah, you would. You choose to do it, but right, you can go without a iced coffee or something for the day, right? No, that's kudos for you. All right. So if this is an example of a bi-weekly paycheck, bi-weekly is how many pays a year? That's 26. So that's 26 paychecks. How much is this person's annual gross pay? How do you calculate that? Which number am I multiplying by 26? The 2,100 times 26, right? Because it wants annual, so I have to do the 26 because it's for the year, and then gross. I was grossing 2,100 each paycheck. So you would tell someone that you make how much money per year? 54,600. So when you find these jobs and they're like, yeah, we're going to pay you 54,600 a year, and you're like, score, that's good money, right? How much of that do you actually see?
Like 40.
How much is this person's annual net pay? Nathan? Isn't that awful? Yeah, we're going to take the 1438.05 that we said was your net for that biweekly, multiply it by 26, $37,389.30. How disgusting is that? Yeah, you make over 54,000, but you only bring home 37,000. That's a huge difference. Welcome to adulthood, guys. Yep, that's for the year.
That's almost $20,000.
Yeah. Bye-bye. Over 17 grand. You're working for it, but you ain't bringing it home. It's disturbing. But guys, that's reality. I need you to be aware of that. That is reality. That is what it's like in the real world. All right, last part, guys. Housing should cost no more than 30% of a person's monthly net income. Now, that's a great figure to keep in mind. So as you guys are graduating, you're getting apartments, someday buying a house, whatever you're thinking about, it should be no more than 30%. So just under a third of what you're making should go towards housing, no more. Obviously, if you can do less, do less. So what is this person's maximum budget for renting an apartment? Now, we got to realize a couple things here. This is talking about monthly net income. Have we mentioned how much they make per month yet? No. Do we know how much they net for the year? Yeah. Can I turn yearly into monthly? Yeah. Now, guys, I want you to make sure you're clear on something because it's going to come up in an example that you're working on later today. If I'm given the biweekly, can I go straight from biweekly to monthly? You're going to have to go biweekly to yearly, then you can take to months. Okay, so we netted $37,389.30. That was for the year. So what do I have to divide by to find the monthly? Divide by 12. There are 12 months in the year. So $3,115.78. That's how much you make per month. So the question, though, asked, if I should spend no more than 30%, what's the maximum amount I could spend? What do I have to do with my monthly? Yeah, I'm going to have to multiply that by 30%, just 0.3 or 0.30. So what's the most I should be spending per month? Yeah, $934.73. Should I try to push it and spend probably that much every month? I would probably go less. I'll be honest with you guys, for the first time my husband and I went to buy a house, going from an apartment to a house, buying our first, we knew nothing at that point. We were young and stupid, right? So we go to the bank, you know, give them all the paperwork, do everything, and they're like, all right, you're approved for this amount. And I'm like, sweet. Like, I never would have thought I'd been approved that high. So we start looking at houses in that price range. And then we find one that we like. We go back to the bank, like, all right, what would our monthly payments be if we got this house for this price? And I'm like, holy crap. Like, they told me how much my monthly payment would be. There ain't no way I could have afforded that. No way. I don't know how they ever approved you that high. So then we had to go back and look at houses that are probably were more in our price range, which is very hard. You go from a house here in a price range to a house in this price range, it's a very different house. Okay? So be realistic. When you go out into the real world, make sure you know monthly payments, not just what the bank says that they think you can afford, because there ain't no way. No way. There's no way I could have afforded it. I couldn't even have paid any other bills if I paid that. I'm sorry. You can find apartments cheaper than that. Welcome to real life. All right, so then the last part, could this person afford to rent an apartment for $800 a month? Yeah, their max is $934. So could they afford an $800? Yes. Should they afford an $800? I don't know, depends what their other bills are. They got a car payment? You know what I mean? What are your utilities? Electric, your water, your trash, your gas. I mean, again, these are all things we will come upon on other chapters talking about stuff like this. All right. So, guys, this is what the activity that we're going to do today will kind of look like, something like this, where I'm going to give you different scenarios of different paychecks, and you got to figure out some different calculations for me.